Politicians on both sides of the aisle reflecting on the life and legacy of the late Representative Doug Lamalfa, who died suddenly this week at the age of 65. The White House lowering its flag to half-staff to pay tribute. Lamalfa was a fourth-generation rice farmer and a strong advocate for the ag and rural communities, who represented Northern California in Congress for more than a decade. Sacramento area Congressman Ami Berra said, quote, "While our politics didn't always align, he was a good man who cared about his constituents." President Trump remembering his contributions.
Champion on California water issues. He was great on water. He wanted, release the water, he'd scream at him. And a true defender of American children. He was a defender of everybody.
Lamalfa's passing further narrows the GOP's already slim majority in the House. With his seat now vacant, Republicans can afford to lose only 2 votes if Democrats remain united, making it that much harder to advance President Trump's agenda. Joining me now is DeLuz. He is the spokesperson for the Republican Assembly here in California, the Republican California Assembly. Got my words tied up there. And you knew Doug Lamalfa very intimately. I just wanted you to first reflect on his life, his legacy, and what he meant to you.
So I met Doug Lamalfa very early in his tenure as a member of the California State Legislature, and I knew everything I needed to know about Doug when, during the week, members go out to lunch with lobbyists and all of the yada yada yada. And I remember going out and seeing him sit on the steps of the Capitol eating a picnic lunch with his wife and his kids. And that was all I ever needed to know about Doug. He was the sort of person that would stop and would talk to everybody and anybody. He really was I think if there is a term that I would say that anybody would describe him, it's a good man.
We're hearing that a lot. You're touching on it right now, but I want to read you this. It was from Cal Matters, a writer there, Ryan Sabala, who had been covering Lamalfa for 2 decades. And he writes, quote, "You were much more likely to see Lamalfa having a burger and a beer at a watering hole like the Tackle Box in Chico or at the gas station filling up one of his classic cars than you were to see him standing at a lectern in a suit. From the rice fields of the Sacramento Valley to Modoc County's border with Oregon, odds were high you'd see Lamalfa's tall, husky frame as he mingled with his constituents at some Rotary Club luncheon, a county fair, 4-H event, community festival, or car show. He was usually wearing faded jeans and scuffed cowboy boots."
Well, it's funny you say that because I remember we had a conversation over lunch one day, and he explained to me why he enjoyed cowboy boots over dress shoes, and turned me on to cowboy boots. Got me interested, so I'm wearing them here today.
Why did he like them more so?
Well, because they're sturdy. Once you wear them in, they fit really well. They're very comfortable, and they can be both dressy and they can be casual. But it's also a representation, and never let him forget that there are people out there who work for a living.
I was struck just reading some of the remembrances during this divisive political time, very, very tribal right now in Washington. The kind words coming from both sides of the aisle really spoke to his bipartisanship.
Well, he was a staunch conservative, but he wasn't a person who got up and spoke just to speak. If he felt the need to say something, it was because he felt passionate about it, or he had something really substantive to offer to that particular discussion. He wasn't hyperbolic. He wasn't a person who was an attack dog. He was a person who stood for traditional conservative values. He advocated for rural communities. He advocated for agriculture. Not only did he do it in Washington, D.C., which is a tough place, but imagine being one of a handful of folks trying to do that in the California legislature.
Right. Much tougher climate for Republicans over here. Let's look forward now. California Governor Gavin Newsom, he's got about a couple weeks to call for a special election. Are Republicans kind of in danger here? Can only lose 2 votes now if Democrats remain united on legislation. How is this going to affect President Trump's agenda for the remainder of the year here?
Well, it's already been kind of tough to get things through the House, but I think Speaker Mike Johnson has done as good a job as anybody could possibly do with the slim margins that he has had. Now with Representative Green leaving, her seat is going to be filled. Now with the Lamalfa seat, it's going to be even tighter. It's going to be even more important for him to reach out to those folks who who might be, I don't want to call them problem children, but I'm going to call them problem children, but people who are looking to try and use that to leverage their position and their ability to impact things. Probably one of the biggest challenges is going to be Representative Massey, who is not one of those problem children, but he is a person who basically, he stands for what he stands for, and he's not going to compromise on it. And in a business where sometimes you have to take a partial win, he's not willing to take a part. It's all his way or nothing. So it's going to be tough slogging. But when you consider the fact that already you've got the issue with the 60 vote filibuster in the Senate, not a lot's going to get moved anyway. It's just a question of, can they get it through the House?
Certainly going to make things more difficult, more challenging. Craig DeLuz, the spokesperson for the California Republican Assembly.